your chance to actually use Fable 5 is gone, right? You had 3 days. Anthropic said you had 13. You realistically only had 3 days. I'm going to show you how people actually got ahead and almost still have Fable 5. They still have the equivalent performance with it. And it's absolutely crazy to me how easy this was. All you had to do was act within a 3-day period. Within a 3-day period, you didn't even have to act on the first time you heard it. You could have been the second or third time, most likely, within that day. And you said, you know what? Maybe I should check this out. I did. And good news for you, I actually rebuilt a lot of my agents. And what is cool, I thought I was measuring my agents in a decent way beforehand. No, my benchmarks were absolute trash because Fable 5 was capable of actually taking each agent, putting them in a head-to-head competition, and seeing who won. And some of the results actually might shock you because it shocked me. When I learned that how I was scoring my agents before, it made so much sense why it took so long to actually tweak agents and skills into place. Because when you first make an agent or a skill, it's not going to turn out how you want it to the first time, unless you actually brain dump it with the perfect prompt. Some people do that with ChatGPT. I like to just personally go in and kind of tweak it myself to get what I want. If I need a little bit extra oomph, I will use other models and LLMs, but I believe within Claude, you should have mostly everything you need. Now, adding things like codecs and whatnot can really improve your experience. I agree with that. With this, Fable 5 showed me a lot of my vulnerabilities that I had within my own agents. And it gave me a full before and after. So let's actually walk through this. And I'm going to show you with this how me just acting within that 3-day period, I now have access and had access to one of the most powerful AI models without a doubt. You can't deny it. It was really good. And especially for its orchestration hierarchy. Based on its orchestration and how it actually talked and communicated to all the agents and how it was able to actually source and run through your markdown files, without a doubt, one of the best models that came out. Now, my prompt engineering quality, it rose significantly because Fable 5 understood how I should have been talking. I had a huge vulnerability. Not vulnerability, but it was definitely a bottleneck within my markdown file system and how I was actually referencing past information. So Fable 5 showed me this, and basically a lot of these are Andrew Karpathy's number because that's how I was kind of basing it. I want to set it up how I've seen successful setups actually run with Claude. So I'm following Andrew Karpathy with a lot of his different models and systems that actually carry out full extent of work. So we went from an 8.5, and mind you, these old numbers were what Fable 5 would have measured, to 11.5. This is a significant jump. Mind you, I only had one like perfect agent. All the rest of them was like, it's kind of there. It's almost there. Again, that comes with the kind of tweaking it in yourself. You're not going to get perfect agents. It's just as you go, you work with that agent and that agent grows with you. That's the whole idea with all agents. Now, the 2 benchmarks that I had, again, this we were talking about. The first time I was just doing static kind of benchmark tests. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of looking at them being like, theoretically, what would their number be? After that, I actually was able to get them to go to head-to-head. And this head-to-head competition showed all the vulnerabilities and potential bottlenecks within the agents and was able to actually get rid of them. So we can kind of go before and after. You can see insane. So we got the compliance. So basically, is it going to do what you say and do it to the best of its ability? Beforehand, yeah, we were pretty good. Mind you, I didn't have many issues with these agents. It's just that their quality of output significantly increased. I'm able to one-shot HTML explainers like this. Mind you, I didn't put anything into it other than to explain what we did. Like, I'm not telling it to get super animated and dialed in, right? I just want to explain the data in an easy to digest way. And this is what it's coming up with. I mean, it's very easy to read, very easy to understand. You can see some of these are actual agents that I use as well. So you can see it is improving across the board significantly, and as it should. There is one or two that the old prompts perform better. Oh, this is one of them. But here we go. CEO coordinator. So the new one didn't necessarily win with this, and I think it's because Fable 5 is already really good at orchestration. So going in and actually trying to fix this agent didn't really do much. It's better just use Fable 5 for what I was using. And you can see right here, it says both correctly treated the security as a launch gate and not a second domain. This is just giving like a blind judge verdict. I think the main takeaway that you should take out of this video is be ready. Start making your own local AI agents. I understand mine aren't local, but I am striving towards making these local. I will be then taking these and trying to create my own LLM, essentially. That should be the end goal. Having your own compute so you don't actually have to pay for compute is going to be a game changer here in the future. Just because if you were able to have Fable 5 review your own LLM over that certain period of days, over those 3 days, you could have had Fable 5 running and reviewing your AI. You now have research and data on what came out of that. I have plenty of chat logs that I'm almost going to show my kids in the future because I guarantee you very few have what I have. Not only was it crazy for somebody to be using Claude Code in the terminal and kind of just in complex IDEs, I now have one with potentially one of the most historical models in AI. If you like what you're seeing and want to learn more from this and how to actually get ahead in the AI curve, how to capitalize on it, and how to actually set yourself up for success, like, follow, and subscribe. Peace.